Так, приветствую, дорогие друзья. Начинаем сегодня, значит, проходить Алана Уэйка. Так, 13 лет мы ждали. Так, сейчас геймпад отключу. Все, погнали. Томить не буду, будем... Да, плойка 5.
Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Кстати, у Remedy, как обычно, чертовщина одна происходит. У них вообще, у разработчиков прям видно, что с головой такое себе. Сценаристы такую ересь порой у них несут непонятную. Кстати, а нам не говорили, что мы за какого-то нового персонажа будем играть. Говорили только за детектива и за Алана. Но, видимо, недолго мы за него будем играть. А оружия никакого нету. Как-то странно, да, через камни свет просвечивает. И... Ну все, габела походу. Привет, Роман. Очередной культ у нас.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right.
Конечно, субтитры отвратно сделаны.
Episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers. I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Суровые будни
Cauldron Lake.
суровых полицейских.
To get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Возвращение. Приглашение.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait! Hey! Over here! Hey there! Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right.
Мне, кстати, интересно будет на ПК еще потестить.
Anderson.
Как там оптимизация.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it.
Приветствую,
Everything's
Виталий.
been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell him I'm here waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Наконец-то нас пропустили. Так, подождите. Подождите, я хотел у него спросить. Там можно было у него спросить.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell him about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some
Привет, Тини.
organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Я вчера, короче, начал проходить игру про Влада. Я не знаю, она, наверное, послезавтра появится, как я допройду ее. Но она пиксельная, ну шикарная, прям вообще понравилась, меня увлекает. Сюжет, кстати, тоже неплохой. Вот я сейчас Алану Уэйка пройду и ее... Опа. Доска зацепок. А это чертоги разума. У Шерлока взяли, да?
Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
А в Heavy Rain тоже такая же тема была.
Facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Метод убийства. Детали убийств различаются. Единственное, что объединяет трупы, вздутие, но причины смерти разные. В данном случае травма грудной клетки. Так. А, это на озере, да? Портрет убийцы. Ну-ка, что за портрет? Тело третьей жертвы испещрено татуировками. Убийца пытается что-то сказать или в ком-то просто умер художник. Кроме года исчезновения между ними нет ничего общего. Возможно, убийца спортсмен или охотник. Так, тут на двух убитых видны синяки. Жертву связывали ремнями. Так, последняя жертва умерла от травмы грудной клетки. Труп побывал в воде. Вот почему его так раздуло. Но это он убегал. Обнаружено 2 недели назад. Причина смерти — рана грудной клетки. Надписи на теле не разобрать. Труп обнаружен в озере в 2018 году. Кое-какие органы отсутствуют. Рыбы постарались. Судя по состоянию тела, оно не могло провести 8 лет в воде. О пропаже жертвы заявили в 2010 году. В 2012 году тело нашли в неглубокой могиле. Так, все жертвы пропали без вести. В 2010 году больше ничего общего. Ну, как-то так. А еще у нас 2 цели, да? А как отсюда выбраться? О.
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Я не знаю, раньше же вроде на приставках... Вот сколько у меня 4 была, да 3 была. Я не помню, что просадки чувствовались на приставке. Там стабильные были. А здесь прям чувствуется, ощущается, что просадочка раз прошла. Так, тут что у нас? Я боюсь, что тут у нас это... А, оно вон как надо. Так, могучая гора вдали не что иное, как Мирок-Пик. Культовая достопримечательность видом на озеро Колдрон или Колдрон. Под правильным углом вершина будет отражаться на тихой глади озера во всей своей перевернутой красе. Я чувствую, на ПК вообще оптимизация в ноль уйдет.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Но пока по начальным ощущениям это та игра, которую я сегодня игрофильм выпустил. Только у той игры не было бюджета, а у этой есть. А играются они одинаково. Давайте посмотрим, кто там все ноет.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Да блин, что он так толкается-то?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Так, а как его осматривать-то?
Step 1. Examine the corpse. Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Так, открывай список собранных сагой улик, чтобы выбрать изображение и добавить его на доску зацепок. Используйте. Так. Ага.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Еще одно тело было найдено в лесу неподалеку от Брайт Фоллс. Просто отлично. Нужно выяснить, связано ли это преступление с убийством, которое мы расследуем. Угу. После добавления нового изображения появится новый вопрос. Еще одно тело было... Так, ну это мы уже читали. Понятно. Так, ну давайте изучим.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
А там, по-моему, тоже их, да, связывали?
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Ну, что-то жестко они его. Так, ну давай.
Nah.
И чё?
Keep trying.
А чё, где этот-то? Что, ну отсюда началось, да? Я сам еще, интересно, покинуть не могу. Это типа новое, да? Что от меня хотят? А во.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Так, улики помогли найти ответ на открытые вопросы и разблокировали умозаключение. По мере расследования в целях будут появляться новые вопросы. Разузнать о жертве, разузнать об убийстве. Об убийце. Все понятно.
Who is our victim?
Кто жертва?
Who killed him?
Кто убийца?
Need to find more clues.
Нужно больше улик.
Large amount of blood on the table.
На столе много крови.
The victim died here.
Жертва скончалась здесь.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Угу.
Was
Так.
he killed here or brought here after? For display.
Так.
Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
Что-то раз оно вылазит. Так, где это? Доска-то. Так, берем, значит, что? Много этих. Так, сюда погнали. Ну все, я понял, как это работает. Ну или не понял.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers.
Несколько нападавших оставили после себя хаос. Убийство спланировано или произошло случайно? Так, этот что нам скажет?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. Now, I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Так, мы узнали, да?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Так,
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Так, давайте вон ту четвертую сразу посмотрим. Зацепку.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Так, ну давайте смотреть, что мы имеем. Жертва. Жертва, кстати, опознана. Правильно. 13 лет никто ничего не слышал о нем. Почему он вернулся? Где был? Так, это на будущее. Личность жертвы установлена. Бывший агент ФБР. Психическое состояние на момент исчезновения неизвестно. Так, и давайте тогда вот. Выглядит новым. Убийцы принесли, чтобы снять все на камеру, сняв фильм. Преступник хотел, чтобы убийство произошло здесь. Он все подготовил и просто ждал. Он ждал его. Но почему именно Найтингейл? Он 13 лет считался пропавшим. Откуда пришла жертва?
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Так, давайте, пропавший.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
Это битва экстрасенсов.
Random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Да, жди там.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Еще какая бессмыслица.
A page full of text on one side.
Он просто был как Патрик. Выбрался из-под своего камня.
Lines scratched out and edits added with a
И его сразу завалили.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept,
even if they knew it would end up hurting them? Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
С нами
I should
играют.
tell Nightingale about this page.
Страница.
Found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Так, смотрите, у нас есть страница рукописи. Послание. Вот такое, да? И у нас теперь есть зацепки. Откуда пришла жертва?
I think he came from the lake.
Слишком мало зацепок.
But his tracks make no sense.
Так, бессмыслица, неверные вопросы. Ага, вот еще у нас есть что-нибудь еще.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Так, это мы обратно возвращаемся.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Сейчас раз и труп этого помощника. Вот было бы прикольно.
Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deer Fest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car. Drive to Brайт
И этот раз такой по тихой грусти
The bookers.
сливается. Даже меня не подождал.
Use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Сейчас срежем на свою голову.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
ФБР, блин. TBI.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Так, а нам куда? Сюда, наверное.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Ну так, ну ничего не прокачали, да, этот?
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
Городок этот прокачали.
How much have you had? Not enough. That's how much. Never enough.
Что, мы можем кофе бахнуть? Нет?
Rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in coffee world. Get it where you can.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my, I mean our float will be the belle of the ball at this year's Deer Fest. Just a few more days.
Я так понимаю, вот смотрите, здесь кафе, да? Так зачем мы припарковались там? Хотя вот кафе.
Welcome to Brайт Фоллс. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
А чё он одну-то
Your deputies said you had a
чашку
couple of
приготовил? Нас двое
They
же.
made them sound like suspects.
Или меня просто так обделили?
Still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Ну и что, будем так...
Go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
А, ну ясно. То есть мне кофе не положено.
Can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Это все потому, что мы черные.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alanu Uwaiku, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying.
Так, что они нашли? Так, они что-то не договаривают. Пройдите-ка со мной. Так, кто тут здоровается?
Hey, how's it going?
Так, ладно, давайте мы... у нас еще дела есть одни.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth.
Так, и зацепок у нас тоже нету, да? Что мы теперь делаем-то? Тут кто-то с нами... Сюда нас не пустят.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses are part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
Ну-ка.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fest.
Oh, God.
Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
А это кто такая?
I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. And Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Так, давайте карту посмотрим.
Oh, this is the Brайt Folls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
How are you?
Как дела? Да нормально дела. Залетаем.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations.
Вот он танк, а. Прет на пролом.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking.
Да, у тебя такая себе работка здесь стоять, дверь нам открывать.
Okay. Let's take a look at our patient. Let's
Так,
start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give?
какая причина смерти? Ну, наверное, вот эта дырка у него.
They did leave something inside his chest.
А еще отсутствие сердца.
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Так, что у нас получается? Доска, да? А, тут дела еще.
Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Так, что ты можешь рассказать? Давайте посмотрим. Сердечко. Ритуальная надпись. Угу. А это причина смерти. Что еще?
Nah. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged.
Так, в рану что-то засунули. Кстати, это, скорее всего, вот ритуальная надпись сюда.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Все, да? Там сейчас как червяк вылезет. Из чужого.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here.
Нормально. Вот это я прям понимаю хорошо. За что заплатить-то? Походу сейчас будут тыкать в шоколадку. Так. А где еще свет? Он к нам не сможет, да?
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Так, в коридоре-то.
Go.
Фига он мне башку свернул. Так, я вот тут, кстати, не понял, что от меня требуют. Так, здоровье вот восстанавливается.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Так, убежище восстанавливает часть здоровья. Если вы покинете убежище, так, ну это я понял. А где, в каком коридоре? Я просто изначально не в ту сторону пошел. Конец главы. Так, ладно.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
Так, ну ясно.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Так, страница-то она лежит. Ну, где-то еще есть аптечка.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Так, давайте аптечку заберем. Потом уже. Так, это... А, это радио. Не, радио нам не надо. Так, дела.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. I need to know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Так, а что нам известно? Опа, а что наш? Так, давайте немного оттарапыри. Так, что за культ? Психология культистов. Они плохо организованы, так к ним приходится действовать тайно, скрывать лица, связь с днем. Так. Ожерелье. Что, ожерелье, что ли, нет? А, символы. По наличию ожерелья можно определить принадлежность к культу. Его не особо прячут, гордятся. Так, это жертва, да? Так, почему? Не, ну все равно вопросов много. А вот этот куда? Так, управление шерифа, понятно. Так, я только что там был. У нас цель. А, нам надо... Куда он отправился? Не, ну у нас все здесь. Привет, Войт. А вот он. Кстати, ее тоже убили. А она просто открывала двери, никого не трогала.
I can't get through this.
Сейчас еще здесь пошаримся. Ну тут опять Алан Уэйк это создает свои рукописи.
Can't be opened on this side.
Что-то тоже... А вот эта дверь открывается? Тоже нет. Я так понимаю, нам все-таки в чертогах надо карту. Управление шерифа, да? Куда он мог пойти? Тут, может, что еще есть.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
То есть он должен быть внутри, да? Выяснить, куда направился Найтлинг. И мне же тут ничего не говорят, да? А тут что у нас? А, это выход.
The heart is gone too. Did the fucker take it with him?
А что ты изначально-то не мог это сказать? А где мы стол-то у нас был? Я думаю, мы где-то должны тут улики найти. Пошлите вот сюда еще пройдемся, посмотрим. Так, тут мы не пройдем. Тут нас тоже не пускают.
I can't force it open.
Я вообще понять не могу тогда, что нам надо делать. Где-то что-то я упускаю. Давайте еще зацепки посмотрим. Может, как с картой надо взаимодействовать? Ну, мы вот здесь, да? Вот тут, смотрите, новые реплики. Что тут еще у нас есть? Машина наша. Вот это что? Так, давайте еще тут страницу вот эту.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
Ну все, вообще все. Не, где-то здесь надо выход искать. И этот не разговаривает с нами.
It's not opening.
Выяснить, куда он отправляется.
Must be locked from the other
Мне
side.
все-таки тут надо что-то с картой делать. Вот это что такое? Просто, да? Это центр города. Единственное, так. Найдите улику. Тут тоже улики. Ну тут везде улики надо найти. Так, давайте еще раз. Так, это рукопись.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the...
Так, давно меня в такой ступор не загоняли. Так, подождите, тут что-то было. Угу.
Can't be opened on this side.
Может ее прострелить? И этот, сука, молчит, ничего не говорит. Выбраться, главное, не могу. Ничего. Дверь закрыта. А выбраться не могу, потому что надо найти, куда он делся. Блин, а игра забаговаться не могла, интересно? Просто я уже тут каждый сантиметр облазил. Типа, если вы в тупик зашли, то используйте чертоги разума.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
По идее, вот эта страница должна. Вот, Сага вернулась на озеро Колдер, он тоже был там. Сага должна была последовать, найти вход будет непросто, потребуются определенные шаги и ритуал. Сага соберет о нем информацию. То есть надо именно о ритуале, да? Так. Вот оно как. Все, я понял.
Pages predicting the future? There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Вот, все, поехало наконец-то. Продвижение. Все, видите?
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Все, пошла вода по трубам. Погнали дальше.
gun shops, y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake.
Тут как бы не раненый, а труп.
That's terrible.
И там тоже, кстати, труп
We'll do
был.
what we can, man.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
They're a fine pair.
Так, где здесь выход-то? Надо, кстати, фонарик выключить, а то я такой.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Бедная бабулька, ей давно уже на пенсию пора. Вы же не против? Я тут прошмонаю. Ладно, погнали.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Код красный. Вызываю подкрепление.
Backup. The Brайт Фоллс case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Так,
I'm gonna take a
слушайте.
quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
В смысле встретимся у машины? Я машину ищу. Так, ну давайте. Ага, вот мы сюда пошли. А чё нам осматриваться? Погнали. Так, ты кто такая? У тебя есть разрешение на публикацию? Ну, наверное, есть. Молчит. Игнорит меня. Так, ты кто? Приветствую. Ну, подозрительный какой. По любой в культе состоит. Так, там наша машина или там? Вот в чем вопрос. Ага, вот он, наш напарник.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Сорян, что заставил ждать, я тут заблудился.
Clock out, get a beer.
Хорошо.
Or maybe 3.
До 5, чё мелочиться-то? 3 кружки.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Сердце. Возвращение.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
В принципе, от фонарика здесь толку нету, да?
Or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Раскрыть дело. Да легко. Мы полчаса искали, куда нам идти.
What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there.
Так, пойдемте.
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you.
Сразу такой дружелюбный стал.
Me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Braight Fawlls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
Well, I need to get back to it. Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
Он такой, наверное, что наговорилась?
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Ну все темнеет. Сейчас появятся эти обмутки.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
А мне кажется, это складка, это вот это дерево, которое мы под камнем-то нашли.
I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters, overlaps, rituals. What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
Ну, давай искать.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Вот вообще плохая идея разделяться. Ну ладно. В принципе, что с нами могут случиться? Хотя в 90% случаев черныши умирают первыми. В таких замесах. Че я сюда залез? А, там типа закрыто. Нефтничок.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
А, это типа улучшение. Так у меня только один, и их надо 12. Нормально вы потроллили меня. Так, что там в этот дом? А вообще, если честно, здесь следов не вижу. Ладно, погнали. Все-таки на низ надо было прямо идти.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
Твою ж ты мою.
A presence. Nightingale isn't far. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
Нафиг эти вставки вообще придумали?
Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold, like a doorway, leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Так, подождите, черпак ведьма, это где? Так, здесь мы тоже не проходим. А вот как раз черпак ведьмы этот и есть. Я же говорю, мы к этому дерьму и вернулись.
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Скорее всего, ту хижину мы, наверное, сейчас это пойдем, где я изначально был, да. Так, давайте это все мы... Так, ты что у нас по... Ух ты, как много зацепок.
Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
Так, тут что? Это получается, надо дело поменять.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Так, еще одно.
No.
Че, но? Так, сейчас давайте масштабу. Ну и все, у меня тут больше ничего нету. Так, где-то у нас был символ.
Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Так, дело закрыто. О, видите? Но я вообще так-то прирожденный детектив. Так, ну хижина ведьмы, я так понимаю, это то здание, в котором я изначально был, да? Просто я рано в него пришел, как обычно. Здесь же мы все. Давайте сразу по вот этому маршруту пойдем. Так, вот он, да. Главное, чтобы правильно я пошел, а то я сейчас, как всегда. Нет, все правильно.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
This fuse is busted.
Что-то прям жужжит все. Вот еще что-то есть.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Так, тут что-то еще было. А, это банка отсвечивает. Сохранить игру можно в комнате отдыха. Быстрое сохранение.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Так, это мы закрыть можем. Тут вроде все, да? А что по целям у нас? Хижина ведьмы. Какой-то свет. Так, а тут что у нас? Давайте наверх сначала. Так, а это выход получается, да? Нет, это пошлите на тот свет. Так, ладно. Я кремень, не испугался. Блин, а вот сейчас испугался. Сука. Фу. Так, давайте сюда ее. Так вот, давайте все это заберем. Так, страница рукописи. Так, подойти к стойке и задай вопрос леди Фортуне. Угу. Так бы я бы хотел бы, конечно, там эту куколку забрать.
The solution has to be in here.
Надо найти типа стойку, а где эта стойка? Так, вот что-то у нас. Не забыть обновить пароль. Так, сейчас ждите, я запишу, чтобы потом не бегать. Так, 705, 13, 17, 23. Не забыть обновить код. Сейчас посмотрим. Чё да как. Первая у нас единичка. Слушайте, никакой не подходит. Ну, судя по всему, если вот так считать, да, это 705, 13, 17, 23. То это 27 где-то в таком, походу, промежутке. Нет, да. Значит, в этом каком-то. Что-то я понять не могу. Семьсот пять. Судя по всему, 5.13. Это что у нас? Это... По идее, вот здесь как-то вот так должно быть. Так, ну ладно, что гадать-то?
These numbers match the ones on the lotto ticket.
А, вот, значит. 39-45. Так, 39-45. Так. Все. Два патрончика только и все. Так, давайте сразу добавим. Хопа. Ячейка доступа сюда. Хопа. Ячейка доступа сюда. Все. Так вот непонятно, куда идти теперь. Так, давайте в сторону, куда олень убежал. Ага, вон сюда. В принципе, так оно и было. Ладно, давайте вот здесь пока сделаем остановочку. Пойду я на полчаса. Надо отлучиться. И продолжим через полчаса уже на другой трансляции. Как-то вот так. Как раз 2 часика мы отфигачили эту трансляцию. В общем, продолжим с вами на следующей трансляции минут через 15-30 вот так.